chosen for a top-secret mission. Your job?
Water.
Rescue a kidnapped U.S. ambassador out of a terrorist nation and escape certain death every step of the way. Sounds impossible? Not if you're secret agent Johnny Westland. Police Quest designer Jim Walls brings you the intrigue and suspense of Sierra's new chilling spy adventure, Codename, Iceman. This action-packed 3D tale of covert operations will lead you from the friendly shores of Tahiti into the bowels of a hostile terrorist nation. Reflecting futuristic naval intelligence, your tactical defense and tracking system will lead you past treacherous magnetic fields and enemy mines. You'll take your last breath as you plunge into the murky depth below, while fast attack surface boats await your return. It's a race against time, and the Pentagon's depending on you to maintain our nation's security. State-of-the-art simulation, unparalleled realism, and an explosive soundtrack make Codename Iceman a deadly reflection of reality.
Oh, whoops. Hello. There we go. It works better when my microphone is on. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Sierra Saturdays. Took the week off last week, but hey, we're back for another game this week. And boy, oh boy, this is a humdinger, this one. I know that in the Manhunter episodes, I talked about how they were bad games, and they are some of the weirdest games that Sierra ever made. But this game, this is just genuinely terrible. Just bottom of the barrel terror. This is in this era of Sierra games prior to the point and click interface. This is absolutely beyond compare the worst game they ever made. This, if there were a tier list of Sierra games, there would at the bottom be a tier just called Codename Iceman tier. That is how bad this game is. It's bad. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you first the box. Okay, see this box? Okay. I'm gonna let me give you a closer look at it. Here. Okay. I don't know who thought blue text on a blue background was I don't know, a good idea, but that it's not a great box, and it's just it probably bombed because nobody saw it on the shelf because it just blended in with itself and everybody ignored it. But yeah, that's something. Now, this game was designed by Jim Walls, the designer of the Police Quest series. If you've been following, you know that he had a career change after he left the police force due to a shooting incident, and he became a game designer. Sierra President Kim Williams roped him in to be like, "Hey, you got some interesting stories. Think they'd make a good adventure game." So he made Police Quest 1 and 2, and as you may know if you've been following my videos, in both of those games, he essentially had to have sort of an uncredited co-designer sort of beef up and fix his designs because they were pretty anemic. And he wasn't a game designer, right? He was a police officer. This wasn't his thing. Now, Codename Iceman, I don't know how this game came about. This is, on the surface, as you saw from that video, which, the intro video, which is way more exciting than the actual game. It's sort of like a Cold War spy, espionage kind of thriller. At least that's how it bills itself. And I don't really know. Obviously, this isn't this isn't based on any of Jim Walls' real life experience because he wasn't a spy or anything like that. I think he was probably just a big Tom Clancy fan or something, and that's how this came about. Like, this is a weird, like, of all the games in the Sierra canon, I don't understand why this exists. Like, legitimately, I don't get it. It is the only game in the AGI and SCI engines that came about during that point that it would never have a sequel. It was never part of a larger franchise. It is unique of all the games they made that didn't get some sort of sequel or remake or any sort of like bigger picture relevance to their whole catalog at any point. You know, even Gold Rush got a remake and a sequel years later. And, you know, and so I just don't, you know, I can look at even the weird, like the Manhunter games, I can look at them and be like, these are weird, and I take issue with, like, a lot of the mini games and sort of just strangeness, but you can see sort of, like, even if it's not great, there's, like, a design consistency, and clearly there was, like, an idea for it. They had, like, this, just the weird idea with, like, the tone they were going for and everything, but you can understand that some thought was put into it, and you could kind of see the seed of what this was. Codename Iceman, I don't know. There's just nothing. I don't get it. I think he would just like, I like Tom Clancy novels, and they're making a motion picture of the Hunt for Red October, and I want to make that a game. And that's where it came from. I cannot find any sort of like supporting documents that really explain why this ever got made. So there's that. Now, this game, it came out in 1990. There's some confusion about this because a lot of sources you'll see it came out in 1989. It didn't. The first build of this game, the first public build of this game, is dated March 4th, 1990. The only thing that's dated 1989 is the back of the box, the slipcover, which is, I mean, it's probably printed ahead of time because I think that was their target date. But you look at all the documentation in the box and the game itself, dated 1990. March 4th, 1990, specifically, 2 days after The Hunt for Red October came out in theaters. So, this was their first game of 1990. And like I said, yeah, Jim Walls did not seem to have a co-designer on this game. I know future Sierra designer Josh Mandel, he did some beta testing on this game, and apparently it was very rough to hear him tell it, but the lack of a real designer kind of shows here, I think. And in reality, you're going to look at this and you're going to be like, well, I don't know. You, if you're old like me, you're going to be like, this is sort of like the worst episode of NCIS. Oh, and incidentally, the models used for the characters here on the front for the main character and this woman here, who I'm not really sure who this is supposed to be. Those are Jim Walls' kids that were used for those models, John Walls and Laura Walls. So, fun fact. All right, we're gonna dive into this, and you're gonna see. I think this is gonna be a short episode because as you're gonna see, half the game is in the manual, which is part of the problem. I'll get to that though. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Let's turn my desktop audio on. We'll go switch over here and let's see. Move my window up and see what we do here. So, Codename Iceman. And also, I don't know if you notice on the box, Jim Walls' name is in such giant type. Like, they sometimes put their designer's name on the boxes pretty often, but never like that kind of like, Jim Walls presents. It's a weird credit. Even Roberta Williams' name was never that giant on the box. So yeah, we got this nuclear sub, which is it's really, I would say it's the bane of my existence in this game, but there's some other stuff that also counts for that. that is much worse than the sub. So here we go. Look at that. That rockin' music right there. At least it sounds okay, you know. What on earth? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is something else. Finger licking good. This is quite the weird game. This would have been that sort of like Miami Vice era. Look at this. Special thanks, Bob Stewart in the United States Navy. This guy to make sure it's all accurate and boring enough, like the real military. But yeah, GTA Vice City, this would have taken place in that sort of like Miami Vice era. It was 1990, so that's what would have been on TV. It's probably inspiration for it. Welcome to the beautiful island of Tahiti, where warm South Pacific breezes caress the emerald clear waters of a sun-filled paradise. A place of fun and relaxation. A place where love and romance can be found. A wonderland where anyone can get lost in its magic. We find our man, Commander John B. Westland of the United States Navy, enjoying a well-deserved leave from his recent assignment. Our story opens with Commander Westland on the beach soaking up the sun. How much paperwork do you fill out in this game? Depending on your definition of paperwork, actually a lot. Alright, well here we go. Here we go, alright. Look, oh, you're on the beach and can see the hotel entrance to the north. Look at this girl. Oh, woo, what a hot-looking native girl. It's friggin' Leisure Suit Larry up in here. Here, let's change the speed, because that makes things easier. Look at him, he's just checking her out. Alright, let's see. On the table, you see a news magazine. Alright. Let's get the magazine then. Well, let's see. Read an article featuring the North African country of Tunisia. That's where Star Wars was filmed. Because of the global oil shortage, this small third-world country finds itself in a powerful political position. Because of Tunisia's neutral stance and her overabundance of high-grade crude, the United States and Russia find themselves in a tug-of-war as they negotiate for the oil. After reading the article, you begin to think, what a dangerous, explosive situation this could be. So immediately, right off the bat, there's like this Cold War paranoia, right? Which was the thing back then, you know? That was the time. So it's like, oh, it's the Russians, and we're gonna have the war. So, alright, well, now that I remove clothes, I don't think that's gonna work, man. No. They're just laughing at you at this point, Joshua. You can't. No removing clothes here. Well, actually, you do have to change clothes a few times, so, you know, but no, like, clothing-related deaths. Well, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, you think to yourself, how about this, a volleyball game? Huh? Can I look at these girls? Isn't she cute? Oh, yeah. One of the girls says, would you like to play? Yes. Okay, well, we'll jump in here, she says. Glad you joined in. 2 against 1 is making me tired. Oh. Look at this. It's all Top Gun. Yep. What an exciting game. So this goes on and on and on. Oh, wait. Hold on, let's see. Hold on. Wait, I want to look at that other girl. Okay. Well... Well, look at this. I'm just getting points. Look at all these points I'm getting. For all this work. Man. This is more volleyball than I can stand. It's giving me nightmares from high school. Oops, there goes the ball. Uh-oh. You hear calls for help. I'm going to go ahead and just save the game right here. And as you can see from all these friggin' skips we have right here, we're in for something else. So, we're gonna just, because we're a hero, we're gonna walk into the water and get this girl. You reach the drowning girl and find her unconscious. Grabbing her, you swim back to the beach. You quickly position the woman flat on her back with her head slightly below her heart. Now, alright, I'm going to take a break to show you the manual. Because guess what? Alright, let's see. Oh, here's this funny. Oh, I had this queued up just to show you. This is like a funny little advertisement for the Colonel's Bequest, which has nothing to do with this, but I thought it was hilarious. Users react to the Colonel's Bequest. It's just this angry man telling you to get off his lawn, and this girl being like, I'm going to write everything down. I'm going to document all of your harassment. Okay. Anyway, back to Iceman. So, this is the manual right here. Okay. USS Black Hawk technical manual. Get excited. It's a technical manual. So, go through here. Oh boy, look at those. Look at that table of contents. Doesn't that just scream espionage thriller to you right there? Okay. So, we've got, first of all these controls. We've got a control panel. You better believe that page right there is just a harbinger of misery. And all the pages follow it. And that, and that, and that. And, oh, here we go. First aid procedures. Let's just have a look at this. Here's how to do CPR. The manual tells you exactly how to do oops. Oh no. What have I done? I want to go back to this. I actually hit end. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go to the end. I wanted to go to the next page. But okay, CPR, guys. Here's how it goes. And by the way, CPR, usually not going to work. Just letting you know. Don't get your hopes up. It's not like it is on TV. So, here is some more Jim Wallsian examples of, of just having everything in the manual. Okay? This is like some weird form of copy protection. So we gotta save this girl, because otherwise it just is like you're heartless and you die. Okay, now, all right, we're gonna okay, her head's slightly below her heart. Okay, great. All right, so we have to shake and shout, shake and shout. All right. After gently shaking the victim, you try getting a response by saying, "Are you okay?" I just picture him being like, "Wake up, woman! Wake up!" All right, well, call for help. Okay, these people should have known to do this without me having to prompt them. Turning to the others, you shout, "Please, someone go for emergency medical aid." And then you, excitedly, the man says, "I'll take care of that right now." Okay, great. Establish airway. Great. Well, glad somebody else is useful other than me. Quickly, you tilt her head back and open her mouth. Sweeping the open mouth with your finger, you make sure nothing is blocking her airway. And then we look, listen, and feel. You place your ear close to the victim's mouth and try to listen and feel for a breath. At the same time, you look to see if the chest is moving. Okay. Give 2 breaths. You pinch the nostrils closed, open your mouth wide, and take a deep breath. You make a tight seal over the victim's mouth and breathe into her mouth. You take another deep breath and breathe into her mouth again, watching her chest rise. The thing that shocks me the most is that look, listen, and feel aren't 3 separate commands. After giving the victim 2 ventilations, you look, listen, and feel again. However, you still can't get a response. You check her pulse. You check the carotid artery for 5 to 10 seconds, trying to find a pulse. Unfortunately, you don't. Alright, we begin for compressions. Quickly, you locate the bottom of the sternum using your index and middle fingers. You measure up the chest, finding the proper point to start the compressions. Using the heel of your hands, keeping your fingers from touching the chest, you start chest compressions at a ratio of 15 compressions to 2 breaths. You act fast, compressing the chest 1.5 to 2 inches at a rate of 80 to 100 compressions per minute. In the excitement, you think to yourself, I must check her pulse in 1 minute. Ooh. Man. This is some real James Bond stuff, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, wow. Thanks for the raid, bad weed. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello to everyone who's watching this. This is a Sierra adventure game, and it's the very worst one, man. Well, the very worst one of its era, I should say. We've just started up the game, giving someone CPR. Get excited. You check the carotid artery again. You become excited as you notice she is breathing on her own, and you detect a faint pulse at the same time. Alright. This is exciting. Joshua, thanks for the host. Oh, you guys are so kind. You continue checking her pulse and detect that it's getting stronger and stronger. Oh, here comes the medic. You watch as the doctor examines the girl. The doctor turns to you and says, well, sir, thanks to you, this young lady is going to be just fine. She starts moaning and mumbling and attempting to get up. She insists on standing, so you help her up. Oh. Although still a little shook up, the young lady you've just rescued thanks you for saving her life and says, it was fortunate for me that you were here and that you're a strong swimmer. Great. I mean, thank you would have been cool. Hey, what about you, girl? Oh, look, this blonde is definitely a babe. So, alright, now that that's done, the very first puzzle in the game is to read the manual and type things that it says exactly. That's not exactly a great way to start off your game, I should say. So, let's see, let's put on our shirt. Go into the hotel. Alright. Alright. Look at this. It's like it's drawn in paint or whatever we had at the time, like Corel Draw. Great. Hello, the clerk chirps. Can I help you? Okay, yes sir, she says here you are. For some reason he just arrives and just sets up on the beach without even getting his room key? Who does that? Alright, let's see. Let's look at this sign. 555-8000. No sinky dingy. Ah, some soft racism here. Alright, great. Glad to see that. Is this the same island as Leisure Suit Larry 3? No, but this game is very Leisure Suit Larry-y, right? Here in the beginning, outside of just like the CPR. Look, it's like the Chi-Chi bar, and you're like looking at girls, and it's like, dang, she's a babe. All right, so 555-8000, that becomes important shortly. All right. All right, here we are. We're rocking. Okay. All these hot young singles. This is the hotel bar. Okay, cool. Sounds like Space Quest music. A woman alone having a drink. All right. Oh, what about this one? Oh, well, clearly this is the one we have to talk to because it gives us a close-up. Alright, well, that's really exciting. Alright, well. Well, hello! She exclaims. Okay, well, that seems like it's going well. Oh, she says coyly, I wouldn't mind sharing a bottle of champagne with you. Hey, bartender, you say, could I have a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses? Oh, thank you, she breathes. What was that? Oh, thank you. Would you pour me a glass, please? Alright, cool. This is going well. Okay. This guy's already, like, way more successful than Leisure Suit Larry. Look at this. Wow. The inspiration for Beavis and Butthead right here. Here, look. Look at this. Who's this guy? Oh, this is Chris Hoyt, programmer of King's Quest IV, and now the Colonel's Bequest. Cool. Look at this. I can just see him sitting here being like, cool. Metallica. Okay, I'm tired of this. Alright, she doesn't answer. What? I'm sure glad you came along, she tells you. It's kind of a bummer without a little male companionship. Oh, whoa, m'lady. You have to find a seat. Oh my god, it's obvious that I want to sit there. Why can't you just know? Jesus. Look at him, he's all smooth. He's like, what up? She explains to you, my girlfriend is always turning in early, which makes it a real drag. It's nice that you stopped by. Alright. Would you like to come back to my place, the girl asks. Well, that was easy. Wow. Dun 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 dun. Ooh. After a tender embrace, she murmurs, would you like to come in for a while? Okay, yeah. Okay. She looks at you and says, come over and have a seat. Okay, well, this is awkward. You gonna say something? We're gonna sit here awkwardly. In a small voice of despair, the lovely Stacy says to you, you know, John, this vacation has been beautiful for me except for one thing. She continues, I lost an earring today. This is very important to me. Huh, sounds like a future inventory item to me. I've searched everywhere, and for the life of me, I just can't find it. I know it was on when I left the room, she sighs. But I didn't notice it missing until just before walking into the hotel lobby. And what if you said no, Joshua? You can actually go through this without even, like, meeting her. But you'll see very quickly, like, her kind of relevance to the game. But you, yeah, you can skip even, like, this sequence, right? and not even have this context of this, because she's slightly more important than this in the game. Finally, she says, I know I'd be the happiest woman alive if I could find it. Yo, give me a kiss. The heat of passion begins to overcome you. As you embrace, your eyes begin to roll back into your head. Like, what is it? Shucks. What is this? The romantic tenderness of this kiss is overwhelming you. You think to yourself, my. Is that really what he's thinking to himself? That's what I think to myself. I'm like, my. The excitement and romance of the evening. He has rabies. The excitement and romance of the evening will be forever emblazoned on your memory. You think to yourself, there really is a heaven on earth. Well, cool. There's a beautiful tropical plant in the corner of the hut. So look at this. Check this out. So I can go up here, right? And it'll tell me what I'm looking toward, right? Instead of just giving me an overall description. A mahogany table with ginger flowers. A folded note rests atop the table. Oh. We'll get the note. You pick up the note. Dear John, thanks for making my vacation so wonderful. You were sleeping so peacefully I just couldn't bring myself to wake you. I have urgent business to attend to and must leave. I wish you the best and hope we meet again soon. Well, you read and discard it, alright? We'll get out of here. Alright. Cool. Now, I don't know if you can see it here on the screen. See right there at my feet? Right there? There's a little glowing pixel. In the sand, a slight glimmer catches your eye. You think to yourself as you take a closer look, what? This can't be. Talk about a needle in a haystack. I think I found the lost earring. You pick up the object, and sure enough, it's an earring. And yeah, this is the first time, and I think this is the only time in terms of like these parser-based games, yeah, that there's like a directional looking mechanic. It's odd that way. It's actually a little bit off-putting, based on kind of what's come before, and it can be a little finicky sometimes. Okay, we're gonna get the earring. What? Did we already? Oh. We already got it. It appears the top of the earring can be opened. Oh, well. Let's open that earring. After carefully removing the top, you discover that the earring is hollow. Wow. Inside the earring is a tiny roll of microfilm. Oh. Mercy, mercy, you think to yourself. What is... This beautiful woman is an undercover agent. But for whom, you wonder, is an afterthought. Oh, the plot thickens. Mercy, mercy. What kind of spy is... What are you, Fix-It Felix? Like, what? Mercy, mercy. Well, I suppose she must be a spy. Okay, well... We'll get the microfilm. We remove the microfilm from the earring because apparently I have to tell him every little tiny step. Well, I guess I better get back to Washington. I'll have to tell the commander that I found a fellow spy. Alright, let's see. Alright, well. Oh yeah, my key, right? The key to your hut, room 6, right? And this, I believe, this is my room. Door to your hut. Alright. Now, here's my room. This is your hut. Thanks. Thanks for giving me any kind of cue. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's my suit. It's a nice dark suit with 2 front pockets. Alright. There's a little black book in the pocket. Oh my god. Get the book. Okay, look at the book. And this is a notebook with some numbers. Alright. Let's see. Let's open the nightstand. What do we got here? Whoops. We have an ID card and some change. Gonna get the card. We're gonna get the change. All right. You pick up the loose change in the drawer. Great. And now that I have some change, you know what? I close the nightstand. I'm not some slob. Jesus. All right. Yeah, the book has a cover. Would you like to open it? Seriously. You have to tell it every little thing. All right, and now, see that newspaper stand? Well, now we're going to buy us a newspaper. All right. You deposit 50 cents and remove a copy of the paper. Reading the front page, you learn that the Cold War between the USSR and the United States is beginning to heat up. The Russian-supported radical terrorist group led by Jahara Khomeini Sib Abdul has taken the United States ambassador to the Middle East as hostage. You further learn that the terrorist group is demanding $10 million ransom in order to purchase arms. This is the most generic episode, like of NCIS or something, right? If the demand is not met within 30 days, the ambassador will be shot through the head and his body dumped in front of the U.S. Embassy. In response to the Soviet naval buildup in the Mediterranean, the United States has ordered its 7th Fleet into the area. The president has vowed that if the ambassador is not released unharmed within a reasonable amount of time, the United States will not hesitate to take an aggressive military stance against the cowardly perpetrators. It's time to send in the Suicide Squad. After reading the paper and discarding it, you think to yourself, well, this is really something. After just a short time on military leave, the whole world goes to pot. Oh. Yikes. Let's see. Somehow I'm supposed to know that I need to open the door and go in here and check for a message. The clerk says to you, "Oh, Mr. Westland, I have an urgent message for you. It's from a General Braxton," she informs you. You take the message from the clerk. It reads, "Call immediately, General Braxton." All right. Well, you read and discard it. Well, back to my room. Oh, what a spy thriller this is. Alright. Oh, I gotta go. Whoops. Use my phone. Open my door. And the number, I believe, is 1202 52729. After a few rings, someone on the other end answers. The voice bellows, "General Braxton here. What can I do for you?" You identify yourself to the general and tell him that you received his message. After the mutual hellos and "how have you been" greetings, the general says, "Sorry to cut your leave short. We're in the middle of an explosive situation." He continues, "Due to the sensitive nature of what we're dealing with, can't give any details over the phone. I need you here in Washington as soon as possible. Report to the maximum security briefing room." After acknowledging your orders to Washington, you say goodbye and hang up the phone. Click. Did you hang up? No, I just said click. All right. And now we want to call the dinghy service. Get out of here. The voice on the other end intones, "No sinky dinghy transport. Can I help you?" Ah, what a joke. You advise the person of your location and that you need transportation to the airport. You're told to meet the dinghy in front of the hotel entrance. Click. Did you hang up? No, I just said click. And here we go. You guys excited yet? What a great game. Next stop, Tahiti Airport. All right. Whoops. As you climb to 45,000 feet above the South Pacific on your way to Washington, D.C., you sit back and begin to relax for the long flight. Soon you find yourself asleep and dreaming of the island paradise you just left. Fortunately, you were able to sleep most of the way. Happy that the flight is over, you land at Dulles Airport? I don't even know. I'm probably screwing that up, aren't I? Alright, well. Here, let's save my game. I got this nice suit. Looking all secret agent-y. Here, let's see if this car will hit me and put me on my misery. Nope. Dulles. Is that how I should have said it? I'm sorry. Are you Commander Westland? Yes. It is my responsibility to look. It's my responsibility to look at your identification, sir, he says. You show the driver your military identification card. He examines it closely, thanks you as he returns it, and says, "Oh, please have a seat, Commander." All right. Yeah, you don't have to wait, get your bags and go through customs. You don't have to do that. Not realistic enough. God damn it. Alright. You arrive at the Pentagon in a timely manner. That's definitely gotta be not realistic. Alright. You hand your identification to the guard. The guard looks at your ID, then returns it and says, "Thank you very much, Commander. You've been expected. Please pass through." You hear the whine of the elevator as it approaches. Alright. Look at this. "Sir, I must see proper identification before you may pass." You hand your identification to the guard. The guard looks at your ID, then shoves it in his pocket and says, "Thank you very much, Commander. You may pass through." That guy? See that guy? He's one of the most evil characters in any Sierra game you're gonna see. Alright. "Welcome, John," Braxton says. "Sorry to cut short your leave, but the matter before us is of utmost importance. Have a seat, John. I'll bring you up to date. This meeting has been called due to the recent kidnapping of Ambassador Richard Lloyd by terrorist Jahar Khomeini Sib Abdul. Our intelligence has located the compound where the ambassador is being held, and for security reasons, that information will not be disclosed in this meeting. The President has sent the U.S. 7th Fleet into the Mediterranean as a diversion. Our job is to rescue the ambassador by taking advantage of a well-conceived covert operation codenamed Iceman." Directing his attention to you, the General says, "Westland, due to your past outstanding performances, you have been chosen to carry out this mission." He continues, "You are temporarily assigned to the nuclear attack submarine USS Blackhawk. You will rendezvous with a boat at Pearl Harbor. The papers authorizing your assignment are in the sealed manila envelope located in the table in front of you. You will report only to the captain of the U.S. Blackhawk, Jonathan Hawkins. The details of the mission are locked in the safe of the Blackhawk. Commit the numbers 134 to memory." Alright, 134. Counting on you guys to remind me if I forget. "At this time, gentlemen, I turn the meeting over to Forrest Collins of the Central Intelligence Agency." Gentlemen? I'm the only other one here. Does this guy have brain damage? The agent directs his conversation to you and says, "Westland, our intelligence has verified this compound is the one where Ambassador Richard Lloyd is being held. You must make contact with a female agent who will be disguised as a Muslim." Oh, look at that. The girl the spy that I met, and she's super white, so that doesn't make sense. You must use the codename Iceman. She will have in her possession a map directing you. Next slide, please. Alright. For Pearl, you will set a course heading to 30 degrees latitude and 170 degrees longitude. Not until reaching these coordinates will you unlock and review your orders. Next slide. This is the USS Blackhawk. What separates this attack sub from the others is a device called the Electronic Noise Cancellation Transducer. The transducer is attached to the drive shaft where it picks up generated noise. It then feeds the noise through a computer which cancels it. This makes for much improved silent running. That's it for me, Westland. I'll turn it back to General Braxton. Just one final thing. Although you've completed submarine school, it will be necessary for you to be checked out on a few of the control room systems aboard the Blackhawk. This isn't qualification will entitle you to your gold dolphins. Well, gentlemen, that concludes this meeting. Remember, Westland, time is of the essence. Goodbye, and good luck to you. Oops. Oops. And... pick the envelope up off the desk. Great. Alright. Get my ID back. The guard quickly fumbles through his pockets, pulls out an ID, and hands it to you. This is why that guy's evil and why this game's horrible. Let's look at my ID. Why, that's not me. He handed me the wrong ID. He handed me the wrong ID of a guy that looks nothing like me. And also, like, what? There's no one here. I'm the only one here. What is... Do you just have, like, a bunch of IDs in your pockets? What is this? So, like, so you have to know to check your ID, okay? And you... Oh, somebody's saying you didn't salute. Hold on, we're going to get to that. That actually does come up. He gives you the ID card of someone who doesn't look like you, and from his, like, pocket full of IDs. You can merrily just go on your way right here and just continue through the game, and you're the dead man. If I walk out that elevator right now, a dead man walking, I cannot complete the game. Okay? So I have to give him the ID back and be like, give me the right one. The guard looks at the ID he gave you and realizes that he's given you the wrong one. The guard exchanges your ID for the one you have. I'm very sorry, sir, he says. So there we go. Your Navy ID card. That's me. So, this is, like, this is the Pentagon, right? I mean, they've... What? What is it? What's happening? This guy needs to be fired. Yeah, I'm gonna... Your career's over, buddy. Yeah. That dude sucks. Here. Oh, well. Apparently, you know, that's just how that goes. Alright. Let's see. Have a nice day, sir. Thanks. Great. Have a nice day, sir. Great. Getting in my limo. You board the plane for Pearl Harbor. After finding your seat, you settle back and drift into deep thought. You begin to ponder the mission ahead of you. Unbelievable, you muse. The magnitude of this operation is overwhelming. As a big 747 soars westward at 480 knots, you continue in thought. It's amazing, you think. This one cowardly act of kidnapping an ambassador. Something, because that was too fast. You know the president will not back down on his promise to punish the perpetrators of this dastardly deed. For reference, this would have been when George H.W. Bush was in power. As you shudder to think what nightmare may come upon the human race should this mission fail. Alright. Carefully review the orders temporarily assigning you to the USS Blackhawk. Sometime later, the stewardess makes the announcement for all passengers to fasten their seatbelts in preparation for the descent. As the big 747 banks left into its landing pattern, you look down at a most spectacular view of Pearl Harbor. Also, look at my guy's head. I bet you this is just a palette-swapped Sonny Bonds from the car in Police Quest 2. Okay, what up, dude? I'm here to pick up Commander Westland, he says. Are you Commander Westland? Why, yes. May I see your orders, please? He says. Okay. You show the driver your orders from the Pentagon. He looks them over, then returns them to you. You settle back for the short drive to Pearl Harbor. After passing several security checks, you arrive at the pier where the USS Blackhawk is tied up. You change into your uniform and stow your personal belongings in preparation for boarding. Alright, let's just save our game right here. So, now we walk up here. Now we salute the flag. Proudly, you whip a snappy salute. What does that say? To Old Glory. Okay. And then we salute the officer. Oops. You salute the officer of the deck. Press permission to come aboard. Request permission to come aboard. Request permission to come aboard, sir. You ask the officer of the deck. The officer of the deck says, "Your orders, please, sir." You hand the officer of the deck the manila envelope containing your orders. After confirming your orders, the officer of the deck retains them and says, "Permission granted, Commander Westland. Welcome aboard the USS Blackhawk. The captain is expecting you, sir," he continues. And look at that. Screenshot that. You got 3 extra points for following proper military procedures. See that? You do have to salute the flag. All right. There, you go to your quarters and change clothes. Oh boy. Here's where the fun begins. This is the executive officer's cabin, which happens to be assigned to Commander John Westland. That's me. Now let's see. The cabin is equipped with a bunk, closet, desk, and bookshelf. Let's open this desk drawer here. You open the desk drawer and see a vernier caliper. Oh. Great. A precision measuring device. Get excited, guys. I hope you took metalshop in high school, because you need it to finish this game. Alright. Let's open up this bookshelf. Look at all these books. Most of the books consist of boring governmental directives. However, one that catches your eye is entitled Decoding. Alright, we're going to get that decoding book from the shelf. Close it up because I'm not a slob. Alright. Here we go. Actually, no, I shouldn't get so flustered because I'm not even going to do these parts. Just as you enter the control room, the captain greets you. "Welcome aboard, Commander Westland. Your credentials are admirable," he beams. "We're proud to have you as part of this team." Rambling on, he says, "The success of this mission depends on how fast we can move." "Commander Westland," he says, "by now you've both reviewed the documentation and familiarized yourself with the operation of the control board. The training you received at Submarine School will come into play now," he says. "Have a seat at the controls, John. It's time you learn to drive this baby. I'll give you every command as we get underway." "Believe me, John," he continues, "by the time this mission is over, I guarantee you'll be an expert." I hate you. Alright. I'm just going to save right here. So, oh boy. Let's just pause to talk about this. Whoops. No, hold on. There it is. Alright. This submarine, there are 6 sections of having to drive this submarine in this game. And they will give you orders. There's actually only a few of these things that are labeled here, right? That, you know, we look at this versus that, right? There are only a few of these labeled things that actually really matter, but it's super confusing. The instructions are full of things that don't matter, and there's like almost no margin for error in driving this sub. Okay? And I don't know why I need to drive it anyway, because doesn't the sub have a crew? Why do I have to do these things? There's a crew. There's people who do this. Why is it my job? Because I'm the adventure gamer. So, let's just try. Okay. Let's look at, see what he says. All ahead slow. Okay. Right, full rudder set course to 180 degrees. So we turn the rudder. And it just goes up. Real slow. The counter on the left. See, it's going up. I gotta get it to 180. Okay. Yep. This is how it goes. Pretty exciting. This is like half the game right here on this screen. Mm-hmm. Yes, sirree. You gotta get exactly at 180. Oh no, no. There we go. Look at that. 180. Boom. Now I gotta go to 270. Yep. So basically, what they tell you to do, you know, I mean, like, it's like, oh, you gotta increase your speed, reduce your speed. There's like a whole, like, oh, can I not? Oh, there we go. I can select, I can like fire missiles, you know. I can choose between different kinds of missiles, right, and fire them. There's like a whole combat screen. And, yeah, we'll turn on some silent running. I don't know why you wouldn't ever always do that if you're like a submarine. So you're sitting here like, yep, I'm sure controlling this thing. Okay, there we go. I'm at 270. Yep. Mm-hmm. Holding steady. Okay. Now we're increasing the speed. Okay. And just waiting for further orders. So you sit here and you're like, what? Am I doing something wrong? Okay, well, now we close the hatch. Using the PSSB order, the hatch is closed. Green board, alright. Dive, dive, dive. Rig planes for 10 degrees. Level off at 200 feet. So now you see that counter at the top right, it's going up. I want to get to 200 feet. And now it's like, watch that pitch. I don't know what that really means. Okay, depth attained. It's close enough. Alright, change heading to 360 degrees. Alright. Watch your speed. And so they yell at you about, like, watching your speed, and I don't really know what they mean. And then, so then you die, right? And it's constantly sort of, you're, like, I can't do this without, these parts I have not been able to do without walkthroughs. But you're constantly trying to figure out, like, what the hell do they want? I don't really get it. And you sort of fumble through it, and it sucks. And it's nice that you're trying to explain this to me, but it's not that important because it's bad. So instead of doing that, we're going to just do this. We're going to just skip to the... Like, I did it successfully. Look at that. Good job, Johnny. Follow me to my quarters for a quick briefing. And the thing about that's all the sub stuff, like, that is what you're shown right there, what you saw on the screen, is the extent of the interface. There's no visual cues or anything else to show you, or any kind of outside view, or any other kind of tool that would show you, oh, I have some sort of frame of reference for what this is making my sub do, like how it's moving. It's all just that screen. Like, there's a very basic screen that shows combat where you see, like, a sub in, like, oh, enemy sub is up here in the top right, and your sub's here in the bottom left. And when you fire missiles, or when they fire missiles, it's just like a line that's going toward the other one. And there's, like, a stupid minigame where you have to dodge icebergs, and it's just awful and goes on way too long. But, oh, no, okay, yes, submarines don't have windows. No, I understand that. But in terms of just the game, just having a visual reference for the player to get a grip on... This isn't like Silent Service, right? This is nowhere near, like, what a submarine simulator, if you're really, if that's what you really want. That's not what this game is. And that's just frustrating. There should be some sort of... You should see... I think just for the player, there should have been, like, some window up in, like, the top, I don't know, just some outside view, so you could actually see, oh, this is how my sub is, this is the cause and effect of when I hit this, it's doing this. And when he says watch your speed or watch your pitch, whatever, like, oh, I understand. But there's nothing like that. It's, it should have been... There should have been some resource for the player to sort of understand what was happening. This is. I could not imagine being a normal person in 1990 getting this game and being like, okay, let's play, and then being anything but confused by that. Right? And this game has gotten nothing but criticism for these submarine mechanics for the last, like, 28 years. Okay? 28? Yeah? 29 at this point, yeah. All right. Anyway, the submarine mechanics suck, and that's that. As the captain walks across the room, he says, "Just a second, John, while I get the briefcase out of the safe." The captain speaks to you and says, "Okay, John, tell me your half of the combination, which is 134. Those are the numbers that I was told to commit to memory back at the briefing." All right. We want to get the combination from this guy. The captain says, "Oh yes, John. I'm glad you reminded me. The combination of the safe is 23448803. All right. Well, glad I reminded you. And the first half of the briefcase combination is 762. So he had half, and I had half, which was the 134. All right. Great. So we have that. Do they kill you if the number's wrong? I'm not sure. The open briefcase is empty. You think to yourself, something looks odd about the top section of the briefcase. Looking closer, you can definitely tell there's a second compartment in the top section of the briefcase. If I can just figure out how to get into it, you think. Well, let's get this envelope here. You remove the envelope from the case. Opening it, you see that the contents are a chart and a set of orders. You carefully look at the chart over and see that your destination is the Mediterranean. You read over the orders which contain the following. Commit the following orders to memory before destroying them. The expediency of this mission is of utmost importance to the survival of the ambassador. Use extreme caution navigating the Bering Sea. The USSR's threatening blockade of the straits due to claimed violations of United States military operating inside her territorial waters. Washington has denied these accusations and has issued a counter-communique warning the Soviets that appropriate action would be taken if any blockade is encountered. Arrive Mediterranean at 12 degrees longitude and 36 degrees latitude no later than 0700 January 29th. Whew. Rendezvous with female CIA agent at nearby oasis at 1,000 hours. How would you say that? 1,000 hours. 7 would be 0700, right? So 1,000. That would be 1,000 hours, right? Because 11 o'clock is 1,100 hours. Anyway, I don't know military things. Come to Periscope Death at 0930 hours this date for further coded messages. Your destination is the Mediterranean Sea and the east coast of Tunisia. The route you must follow will include the following areas: Bering Sea, Bering Strait, Arctic Ocean, Greenland Sea, Denmark Strait between Greenland and Iceland. Now, let me... Yeah, I know that's 10 a.m. I just didn't know how to say it. So 1000. Okay. Let me show you. Okay, so see all those locations they're telling me? Well, the game also comes with this, which... Look at that. Download courtesy of Sierra Quest. And this is a submarine navigation chart. And... oh boy. So they're like, okay, the coordinates, what you gotta do is you gotta basically go, oh, Bering Sea, and you have to like look on the map and you have to find everything on this map, all the different landmarks and the different like, see, there's Tunisia over in right there. But you have to go through and basically plot the course that you're going to take, and you've got to find like the like the latitude and longitude here on the sides, see, right, and be like, okay, I got to plot it point by point. Which, doesn't that sound exciting? Alright, proceed south through the North Atlantic, east through the Straits of Gibraltar into the Mediterranean. From time to time, you will receive additional orders by radio. Good luck and Godspeed. Yeah, no kidding. Well, Captain Jonathan Hawkins says, looks like the fat's in the fire. John boy, he continues, let's shove off and get back to work. Give me those orders, he says, taking them from your hand. I'll see to it that they're destroyed. Alright, well, just before leaving the room, the captain says, Westland, make sure you figure out the coordinates of our proposed route and enter them into the computerized charts table. Oh, great, I have to do that too. Okay, cool. Great. Alright. Fantastic. Fantastic. I have to do everything. There's 2 people there. There's the dude that I had to salute when I came in. Oh my god. Oops. Can I go diagonal? Yes, I can. Okay. Now I have to look at the map. A map of the world. Thanks. I have to plot a course. Why is there a picture of a submarine on a submarine? I don't know. So now, you have to like move this cursor down to like... Don't I use the directional keys to... Do I not? What's up with this game? Why are you not working? Well, in any case, look, you go on this map and you use these directional keys, and you see on the left side how there's all these different coordinates, right? We start at 30, 170. That's 30, with 30 north, 170 west, right? And you have to set the other coordinates based on what you were given in that list of locations, like using it going on the map, right? So you move it around, and you're like, okay, I'm at this latitude and this longitude, so that is where the location, the first kind of waypoint is, and you set all these waypoints, and I'm not going to do that because it sucks. So, good job, we got it. Your course has a maximum deviation of 0 nautical miles from an optimal course. Look at that. We did it perfectly. How about that? Oh, look. That's where we're going. Sweet. Sweet sassy molasses. There we go. All right. We got it. We are, it's perfect. Okay, cool. Great. I see that you feel at ease with our new map table, Commander. Hell yeah. If you have a seat, I'll direct you to the next radio contact. Oh, well, absolutely. Oh, look, the pathfinding in this game's great, isn't it? Cool, cool, cool. All right, we're gonna go to our next place. Here we are. We found it. Okay, and it turns out that I have messages. I have messages after I finish plotting us to that place, and I'm gonna get the messages. Cool. The radio jockey responds. The radioman hands you a message from Naval High Command in Washington. The Washington key codes for this message are, and this is where I need to start writing things down. Oof. FIFD. FIFD. Okay. Okay. HHD. Okay. Okay, there's a message from the CIA command, sir. The radioman replies with some extra spaces in there just for funsies. The CIA code keys are BEJF and EHA. Okay. Now, what happens here is that here we gotta go back down to whoops. The captain's cabin, which I believe is the... Whoops. That one, right? Yeah, there we go. And so, okay, so those codes that I just got, right? This is the code book that I got when I boarded the ship, when I boarded the submarine. Okay. So each of those letters that they gave me corresponds to a number. Okay, so the Washington codes, for example, FIFD. So it would be 17, 1, and 4. Okay, and then HHD would be 5, 5, and 4. Okay, and then CIA. That's BE, so that's 8, 8, 2, J is 9, and F is 1. And then EHA would be 250. 250. Okay. Now, what we do is now in the captain's cabin, we open the safe, and as he said, the combination is 2344. Oh, can I not? 2344. 8803. All right, cool. And then we open the briefcase. Yeah, the briefcase. And the combination is 762134. Boom. All right. And now, oh, what is this? Look at that. Having removed the manila envelope from the briefcase, you take a closer look. You think to yourself, something looks odd about the top section of the briefcase. Looking closer, you can definitely tell there's a second compartment in the top section of the briefcase. If I can just figure out how to get into it, you think. there's a slot there. You see nothing special. Well, I have to insert my ID. That's how we do it. Taking the ID card from your pocket, you insert it into the slot. Great. In the top compartment of the briefcase is a viewer used to magnify microfilm so that it is readable. So now we insert the microfilm that we found in the woman's earring back at the beginning of the game. Clearly I was supposed to bump into her. Okay? You insert the microfilm into the viewer. CIA decoding offsets to Washington codes by branch. A, Army equals -2. N, Navy equals 3. AF, Air Force equals -1. And M, Marines equals 5. Now, what that is, the only actual important number here is N for Navy. Yes. Because I'm Navy. That 3. So, what that means... What that means is that I have to take these codes. They gave me the CIA codes, right? The ones that translated to 8291 and 250, and I have to add 3 to all those numbers. So 8 would loop around to 1, 901, 2 becomes 5. 9 loops around to 2, and then 1 becomes 4. And then 250, 2 becomes 5. 5 becomes 8, 0 becomes 3. Okay. And you're gonna, I will show you why that's important. Just hold on. Now we want to close the briefcase. You pocket your ID card after it emerges from the viewer. Get that back, put it back in the safe. All right, cool. What happens here if you don't have the microfilm? I think you get stuck. I'm pretty sure you get stuck and can't complete the game. Or either that, or maybe you can still complete the game if you already know that, but you have to have the microfilm to tell you that, right? If you were reading a walkthrough, you could probably get through it, right? Yeah, hold on to the edge of your seats here. Oh my God, can I please go in my room? Thank you. All right, now. Let's just save the game right here. Now, what happens here? We use the computer, okay? And U.S. Navy decoding computer. Okay, great. Enter primary word key. Now, the way that this works, I have my... Well, let's just show you the manual, because this is the proper copy protection. So those numbers, so the first number I have is 1714, and that goes page, line, word. Now, 17. So now here it's like, okay, so page 17, line 1, word 4, way. And so you have to find the word for each one of those. I actually have this, which is much easier. And as you can see, I don't really understand the manual because these are different. 1714 is Arizona. 554 is Kuntz. All right, well. And then the CIA code, which I had to apply that the offset of 3 to, it's 1524, so steer. And 583 is degree. Okay. So now, let's see. Arizona and Kuntz. Having entered the primary and secondary word keys, you then type in the coded message. Please, God, be right. The computer deciphers the message. The coded message is contacting fishermen. Locate fisherman's net. Signal your presence by placing a bottle in net. When way is clear, fisherman will remove bottle. Receive next communique at next waypoint. This is telling you how to solve a puzzle later in the game. You have to remember this. And how are you supposed to know all that? Yeah, I don't know. I can't, unless you're using, this, right, to get through it. I don't know how you would actually play this game successfully today, right? It's a baffling, just array of copy protection issues, right? Okay, so it's telling me to find a fisherman's net and put a bottle in the net, and the fisherman is like my contact, right? Okay, and now we want to enter another message. We're going to go steer degree, and now the message is Russian warships on patrol. Use extreme caution in Bering Sea. Use alternate entry to harbor. Okay, so we can't just go storming into the harbor is what it's telling us. All right, great. I'm glad that cool puzzle is solved. That's a good one. That's a really good puzzle, and I'm glad that this game exists. All right. Can I just say climb stairs instead of walking over there? Oh, I can. Great. Oh, except there's cool pathfinding that makes him go insane. Look at that. That's great. So, let's see. Let's go. Whoops. Whoa. What was that? Whoa. He moves fast. Okay. So now we're going to climb down here. Down this little tube. Go out here. Gonna go down the tube. Alright, great. Good day, Commander. Alright. Let's see. What's this dude have to say? The Old Salt, apparently that's his official title, says, I cycled me equipment early this morning, Commander, and it sounded a wee bit strange. There could be a problem. Alright. So, guess what? Guess who has to fix the problem? It's not this guy, it's me. Cause, you know, nobody else knows how to do anything on this here submarine. Okay. Now, this dude is like, hey, there's just a problem with the missiles. You figure it out. Remember how I told you you needed to take some metalshop? Watch this. And I want you guys here in chat to tell me if you think that any normal person would ever be able to get through anything I'm about to do. Okay? We're going to go over here to this console and press this button. Oh, look, if you won't be needing me, sir, I'll leave. Okay, yeah, I'm going to eject you out of the missile tube and after I get it fixed, dude. Okay, great. Okay. Alright. You watch as the powerful hydraulic arms pick up the torpedo and transfer it onto the conveyor. Okay. Alright. Great. You continue to watch as the conveyor feeds the weapon towards the open torpedo tube. With a loud ratcheting sound, the conveyor comes to a stop, failing to complete its cycle. This is what they deploy to, like, prevent World War III or whatever it is. Like, I don't get it. Inspecting the conveyor, you find a sheared cylinder. You reach down and remove it. Oh, well, a sheared off metal cylinder. Let's measure it with my caliper. The diameter of the sheared cylinder is 1 inch. And the cotter pinhole is 1/4 inch. You can't tell how long the cylinder was because it has been sheared off. Okay, well, no problem for a guy like me. All right. Well, let's see. You see a fully equipped machinery compartment with lathe, drill press, and grinder. Other systems and pumps are housed in this area also. On the side of the machinery compartment, you see a cabinet. All right. Machinist mate, second class Willie Johnson says, "Hello, Commander. It's a pleasure to have you aboard." Continuing, Petty Officer Johnson says, "I need to get back to doing my inventory, Commander. Please feel free to look around all you want." Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what? Doesn't work that way. This dude's gotta do whatever he's doing. All right. Well. We gotta open that cabinet over there. The nice thing is you can type in commands and he'll just walk over. You open the cabinet door and see bins with various sized metal cylinders, bolts, washers, nuts, and cotter pins. Great. Whoops. Oh, we need a cylinder. Let's get a 6-inch cylinder. You toss the cylinder you have and pick up a 6-inch cylinder. All right. Let's use the lathe. Okay, great. You insert the metal cylinder into the chuck and secure it. Let's see. Well, what are we gonna set this lathe to? Well, let's set it to a good 1 inch diameter. Okay. This guy is leaving because no one wants to do anything. The lathe starts turning, slowly reducing the diameter of the metal cylinder. All right. Great. Okay. The lathe shuts down after turning down the cylinder to the proper diameter. You remove it from the lathe. Wow, great. You hold the cylinder close to the grinder in preparation for grinding. Carefully, you grind the rough edges off the metal cylinder. Look, what's he doing right there? He's like, oh, what do I put in here? Oh, satisfied. You shut off the grinder. Oh, that's a good screenshot. Right, so now we want to go in here. You pick up a cotter pin. All right. Don't forget to measure. After measuring the cotter pin, you find it to be 2 inches long and will fit a 1/4 inch hole. All right. Wow. Let's go use this drill. You secure the metal cylinders to the breast in preparation for drilling. And we want, let's do a nice 1/4 inch drill bit. After selecting the bit size, you insert it into the chuck and tighten it. We're going to just turn that drill on. Okay. You slowly drill a hole in the end of the metal cylinder. All right. Great. What a great tense espionage adventure this is. Well, let's see. What do we have here? Another nonsense room. Looking around the engine room, you see large turbines, generators, pumps, and tanks. The drive shaft. Everybody whirls amidst a maze of pipes and catwalks. Who chose the colors for anything in this game? It's very strange. It looks like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory in here. Against the far bulkhead, you see a glass enclosure which houses computerized panels used to monitor and control the nuclear reactor. These guys are like, we don't know how to do anything. Like, you're underwater with a nuclear reactor. What you might want to keep things fixed. Jesus. Looking toward the stern, you see a ladder leading to the escape hatch. Let's just go open that hatch and leave. Alright, let's see. Let's open this drawer here. Let's look. You open the drawer and find a small variety of hand tools. We're going to get this hammer, but you think we're going to need those wrenches later? You better believe we are. Alright. Alright. Alright, we're gonna... Whoops. We're gonna get the hammer. Oh, wait, no. We have to go back to the torpedo room. Sorry. I am definitely using step-by-step for this, because there's no way any human being could do this. It's pronounced nuclear. Alright. Let's see. I feel like, you know what? I feel like this is the kind of game where everybody should definitely be pronouncing it nuclear. Okay, I really think so. Okay. Alright, now... Alright. Alright, here we go. You slide the cylinder onto the conveyor. Well, so much for the cylinder, you think? Using the hammer, you pound the cotter pin into place. Again, you watch. This time, the conveyor successfully feeds the weapon into the torpedo tube. And if you don't go through all this when you need it, the weapon system will not work and you'll die, right? Ah, great. Look at that. Well, got that finished. Is it this way? Yeah, I think. All right, well, there couldn't possibly be anything more annoying than anything I've done so far. Let's look at this table. Oh, there's a bottle on the table. Oh, the bottle. You see the bottle of smooth Alonzo rum on the table. Well, I need a bottle because I have to put it in a fishing net later. Well, just as you reach for the bottle... Oh, old seaman comes in the galley. Aye, Commander Westland. You appear to be eyeballing me bottle of rum. Would you be interested in wagering a $10 bill for this fine bottle, sir? He asked with a sly wink. Being you're not a wagering man, Commander, says friendly, I'll be taking the bottle of rum to me bunk. Okay, and then you're dead man walking again. Because you have to get the bottle. Alright, cool. With a gleam in his eye and excitement in his voice, the old seaman says, Let's roll, Commander, and may Lady Luck be on your side. So, this is a game called Boss Dice. It's basically Yahtzee. Okay. Alright. Let's go back to the manual real quick. So, where is it? Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the guide on how to play Boss Dice in the manual. Okay. You're basically just like it's the stupid mini game where you're just you know, you're trying to win a bet against him. And you've got to keep going until you win his bottle, which you need for later. And then he's like, "Oh, you want to play for my money?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then you win all his money, and then he's like, "Okay, look. How about I'll wager this cool magnetic device, which totally makes a later part of the game easier, against all the money you just won, so I can try to get my money back." And you have to win all of those things. I mean, you don't have to win the device, but it's better if you do. And so, you know, you start playing this stupid dice game, right? Right. And let's say you're playing it. Like, see, none of this even makes any sense because it's stupid. All right, he looks you in the eye and demands, "Come on up." Okay. Oh, cool. Well, okay, let's say I've played and I've, like, won the bottle or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to save my game. Oh, yeah, here. And then I lose and I restore my game. And he's like, "Oh, you think your little rest has changed your luck?" "Oh, yeah, I do. Here, let's just keep saving. And then, here, we'll restore again." He's going to be like, "You wouldn't be saving the game just to avoid losing, would ya?" "Oh, huh, well, And then he's like, the old salt looks you in the eye and says, now, lad, I won't be playing with you, restoring every time you lose. That'd be cheating. So you're only allowed to save your game like 2 or 3 times during this entire sequence, of which takes multiple wins, because you win one of the dollars on his side of the table each time you win. So you have to win something like 7 times. And if you try to save scum this way, he'll be like, no, I won't let you. So you have to sit here and just play and play and play and play and play, and then be like, okay, I'm going to save after I get the bottle, and then I'm going to save once after I get, like, the money. And then it's the stupidest minigame. It's awful. That minigame was the bane of my existence. That took me like an entire... Like, I brought this with me for my wife's doctor appointment last week, and I spent the entire, like, hour and a half playing this segment. Okay? It's stupid. It's bad. And so we're just going to skip this. We're going to go right here, and guess what? I've won everything. I've won the device, an electronic device that neutralizes magnetic fields, and I've won the rum bottle. So there we go. Miserable. So, now that I have that, let's go back. Oh, wait, hold on. We want to climb the stairs. Let's go in here. Take the helm, Johnny. I'll direct you to the next radio contact. Oh, okay. I'll take the helm. Great. We've arrived. The captain taps you on the shoulder and says, your shift replacement is here, Commander. Great. Great. Where is he? Let's go up on the bridge and check the situation out. Where is he? Where's my relief? There wasn't even anybody there. As the captain scans the horizon, you hear him mumbling to himself. Okay. Oh, I have to talk to him. It's kind of hard to see from here, he says, but I do believe we have a couple of ships out there on the horizon. Continuing, he says, looks like one is bearing down on us, while the other appears to be heading port to starboard. The captain hands the binoculars to you, saying, see what you make of it, John. Alright, yep. The captain wants to take another look, so he relieves you of the binoculars. This is not looking good, the captain says. Alright. Uh-oh, the captain exclaims. Things might get a little hot and heavy. We've got 2 Russian warships out there, and one of them is heading right for us. In an excited voice, the captain orders, clear the sail, John, and get to your station. What about the guy who was supposed to relieve me? Why can't he do it? Oh, look at that. The captain falls. What a stroke of bad luck. You call for a medic. The captain has sustained a serious concussion. The Black Hawk's medical officer and assistant perform emergency medical treatment. After stabilizing him, they move into his cabin. Time is running out as the Russian warship continues to bear down on your position. Kiss, man. I don't think that would have worked. As second in command, the fate of the USS Blackhawk rests on your shoulders. No kidding. Your actions and decisions will determine the outcome. Great. Well, let's go sit down and see what I can do here. All right. Well, actually, wow, I'm surprised. There's actually a bug there where if you don't get through the text boxes quickly enough, it'll give you a game over to be like, oh, they got you and killed you because you didn't sit down quick enough. But for some reason, the bug didn't occur. All right. Well, guess what? We got through that battle with that ship. Woo, it was tough. All right, cool. But guess what? We have some new messages. The radio jockey responds. The radioman hands you a message from Naval High Command in Washington. The Washington code keys for this message are FDDB, FDDB, I, and then there's a message from the CIA command, sir. The radioman replies with some more spaces just for the fun of it. CIA code keys are BD, BF, EEF. All right, well, let's check my code book. Great. Let's see. FDDB would be 1448, and III would be 777, and then BDBF would be 8481, which I have to add 3 to each number, which would be 1714, and then EEF is 221, which would be 554. Great. And when we look at the this stupid page, let's see, 1448 would be war, and 777 is ship. 1714 is Arizona, and 554 is Kuntz. Great. Well, I guess I better go use my computer. And then we'll use the computer. All right. Hey, we couldn't possibly have to go through this a third time. What do you guys think? Warship. Okay. The code message is contacting fishermen after exiting water. Contact agent for further instructions. Okay. And then Arizona and Kuntz. And then the message is, after polar crossing is achieved, do not surface for remainder of mission. Okay, so that's telling me the sub is not the surface. So I have to get out of the sub and do some diving and go to the area where I have to rescue the ambassador myself. Okay. Well. Oops. Go out there. And then we will oops. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I want to see about, whoops, going up to the captain's room. And then look at this. Oh, there's a doctor. It's Dr. Twain here. What's he have to say? The doc, quote unquote doc, looks at you and says, well, I'm sure the captain will require this medication for a few days to come. Well, he continues, it looks like the Black Hawk and crew is in your hands now. Oh, good talk. And then let's go sit down. Okay. All right. Well, there's icebergs in the area. We gotta dodge them. All right, dodge the icebergs. Whew, that was close. Okay, we got some more messages. What? Oh, the radio jockey responds, "There's a message from Washington, sir." The radioman replies with the standard extra spaces. The Washington code keys for this message are HHD, HHD, and FIFD. And then the radioman hands you the message from CIA command. The CIA code keys are BDFH, BDFH, oops, and BBBG. Whew, alright. Well, let's look at that old code book. HHD, that's 554. 554. And FIFD would be 1714. BDFH would be 8415, which then becomes 1748, and then BBBG is 8883, which becomes 1116. Oh, yeah, it feels like being a real spy, huh? Doesn't it? Okay, well, let's go see. I promise this is the last one of these, too. It's just stupid. So 554 is, again, Kuntz. I feel like they're just reusing a lot of the same ones. Or I've thrown off the randomization somehow. 1714, Arizona. Whoops. And then BDFH 1748 would be Ocean. Oops. And 1116 is Redwood. Okay. Great. It's very exciting. Yeah, gameplay, right? So now we're going to use the computer again. All right. Time to crack more codes. Code breakers. Kuntz and Arizona. All right, what's our message this time? Rendezvous with USS Kuntz, 36 degrees latitude, 12 degrees longitude. Listen for erratic sonar. At that time, signal presence with one active ping. Pass through straits under Kuntz. All right. And then Ocean. Redwood. Diversion tactic necessary. Locate nearest offshore drilling rig and destroy. Do not use Black Hawk weaponry. So I've got to go blow up an oil rig, is what they're telling me. Okay, cool. Perfect. That's just great. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to be diving into the big ol' ocean. So now I got to... Oh, look at this cool pathfinding. He's wandering around like a drunk man. He's like, you all work for me now. Let's go out here. Yeah, you better hold on to that rail or you're going to fall over, you moron. Whoops. Okay, let's just go down here, because you know what? I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to check on some diving equipment, man. If I can open this door. All right. Wait, no, I went the wrong way. I think it's actually this side. I get confused here. Alright, let's see. What up? Hey, are you still useless? Yep. Yes, you are. Alright, let's see. Oh. How would you know about this? I don't know. It's a simple electronic button. Push the button. Oh. Wow. Oh, you see a storage compartment with a dive vehicle stowed in it. Located next to the compartment door is an electronic button. Oh, let's get the diver. Alright, cool. Let's check the diver. You check the diver vehicle by turning it on. The diver vehicle, wouldn't you know it, seems to be running fine except for a slight vibration. The vibration seems to be coming from the shaft. Check that shaft. A closer look at the shaft reveals the nut and washer used to secure the prop are missing. So it's straight up just sabotaged, right? Like, that's the only explanation. This important piece of equipment is just like missing. It's just gonna just fail, right? With a measuring device, you find the diameter to be 1/2 inch. Well, we're gonna just leave it there. Instead of lugging the dive vehicle all over the sub, you decide to put it back into its compartment until you need it. Alright. Well. How about we do some more metal shopping, guys? To go back through this completely useless room. Okay. Well. Now, we want to get, oh, we got all this stuff. Get a nut. 1/2 inch. Put 1/2 inch nut. Get a washer. 1/2 inch washer. Okay. Great. Then we're going to go back in here. And then, I believe we open this drawer. You open the drawer and find a small variety of hand tools. We're going to get a wrench. It is a 1/2 wrench. You pick up a 1/2 inch wrench. Okay. And then go back over here. Get that diver again. Get the diver, okay, and then we install the washer. You slide the washer onto the shaft. Install the nut. You hand tighten the nut flush against the washer, and we tighten the nut. Whoops. Using a 1/2 inch wrench, you securely tighten the nut down. Great. And now we are going to just replace that diver. Instead of lugging the dive vehicle over, yep, you put it back. Great. Okay. Well, walk over here. Now that that's done, we got our orders on the old command console. Go right back up the stairs here. Sit right down here in this chair. Great. Okay. Cool. And now, you know, I gotta go fight a sub and rendezvous somewhere, and then, you know, do whatever that is. And there we go. Did it. Westland, the captain exclaims, "Come over here and take a look at this. It looks like we have more on our hands than we anticipated," he states. "There's a gunboat out there keeping a close watch on the entrance to the harbor. Go ahead and take a look." So, let's see here. So we have to go and look at where is it? We want to go to what, 282 degrees, I think. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, and there, so we're looking in this scope, right? And there's an oil rig right there at 282 degrees. Okay. And then I'm gonna go over here. Oh, over here at 40 degrees, there is the harbor. Okay. So those are important. Important stuff. All right. So now, oh wait, hold on. I have to climb down the stairs again. Is he gonna go wandering around like a drunk guy? Oh yeah. Whoa. You guys better do what I tell you. I'll throw you out in the ocean. Blah. Look at this pathfinding. Who made this game? My God. Ugh. Okay. Is my speed all messed up? Yeah, it is. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Okay, let's see. I happen to know. This guy's got a key I need. Aye, Commander. Here you are, sir. I believe that is the key to, it's the key to the ship's storage compartment. Okay. Great. And then yeah, this is all just normal submarine. Yeah, it's military procedure right there. I think is it this way? Left to yeah, okay. This is the storage compartment. Storage supply compartment. As you look around, you see multiple crates filled with perishable and non-perishable provisions. I happen to know that I needed the key to open this compartment door. Let me take the scuba equipment to the escape hatch for you, sir, says Petty Officer Johnson. My God, look at this. Somebody's doing something. What a weird thing. I want to go over here. I believe this is the torpedo room, right? Yeah. Alright, we go in here. Inside the cabinet, you see one box of flares and some other things that don't interest you. Alright. Alright. You pick up the second box of flares. Okay. Underwater flare. I also have an explosive here that you get from there, even though it's not telling me that. Okay. Whew. Now we can walk over here. Finally leave this godforsaken submarine. Never to return. Alright. Okay. Actually, you know what? I forget whether I get a point for this or not. Drop the hammer back. No, I'm keeping the wrench. Screw you guys. Okay. I want to get the diver, and then I want to enter coordinates, and the coordinates are 2850 to 282, 1640, and 40. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to climb that ladder in there. Maybe you should enter the room. Oh, okay. Maybe you should just give me the information I'm looking for. There's some scuba gear and a button in the corner. Alright. Alright. Put on our scuba gear. Press the button. Cool. As the hatch begins to fill with water, you prepare yourself for the task ahead. You wait as the hatch completely fills and the pressure equalizes to the water outside. You reach up and open the exit hatch, which gives you access to the Mediterranean Sea. Let's just make another save here. You slowly clear the launch chamber into the open sea. You squeeze the accelerator on the dive vehicle and begin to maneuver away from the Blackhawk. As the image of the USS Blackhawk fades, a strong feeling of insecurity comes over to you. That bothers. That's like the kind of message it gives you to be like, you've forgotten something. You can't get through this. You've forgotten something. I feel like that shouldn't be there. That is Sierra cruelty right there. All right. So somehow you're supposed to just like, no. Like, here's where to go, right? I mean, I guess it's telling me here, yards to destination, right? Would be here. It'd be like, I'm getting closer, and I'm close to that heading of 282, right? That I put in. All right. Now I was told I need to plant the bomb on this oil rig, right? You look for a good spot to place the explosives. You start the timer. Let's get the hell out of here. Then we're gonna swim this way because I know exactly where to go. Oh. We'll go up here. Oh, boom. Look at that distraction. Now here I am. Okay. Keep here. Now here, I'll show you. You feel a tug on your scuba vehicle and realize that you have been detected by some magnetic field across the harbor entrance, and you die. Okay. All right. This is where you use the device that you won in the dice game. You activate the electronic device. And now, is my speed right? Yeah. Now I can swim up here. Look at that. And I get past it. I don't have to do all the stupid nonsense that I would have had to do without it. And now, okay. There's a fishing net right there. Whew. All right. What were we told about the fishing net? We were told that we need to put a bottle in it. Okay? Put bottle in net. Because that's how spies do. You look around making sure that nobody can see you as you put the bottle in the net. I don't know, that fish is eyeing you. Okay. Okay. Now it's going to go up, and it's going to come down empty. And that's going to tell me the coast is clear, baby. Spy code. Bum 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 bum. Alright, rocks plants an old wooden pier that casts a shadow down into the rocks. What I want to do is hide this diver, because if I get caught with it, then I lose the game. Or they'll like find it because I didn't hide it properly, right? Is what'll happen. Let's see. The new place, the car place, the hop, the place, play at the bass, and they sound and chop, the bass, play at the breath, the jump, play at the top, the fluke is the Duke of Soul, the ray, he can play the lings on the strings, the trap rocking out, the blackfish, she sings the spelt and the sprat, they know where it's at, and all that blowfish blows. Alright, now I think I have to wait until, like, the net comes down again, and then I know, alright. Okay, maybe I don't. Oh, here we go. Great. Look at this. Now it's going to turn into a real adventure game for like 2 seconds. Whew. Okay. So now I have to go up to the fisherman. I need to be like, yo, Iceman, and he's like, rah, 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 using the Arabic language. Actually, that was very insensitive. That those might actually be accurate letters. Using the Arabic language, you mentioned codename Iceman. Without speaking, the fisherman acknowledges by shaking his head, yes. He then hands you a fish. Great. The fish appears to be of the local variety. A piece of fishing line is hanging out of its mouth. Great. When likely it's attached to a hook inside the mouth. Do I get the line? All right. After removing the line and hook, you notice something attached to the line just above the hook. You think to yourself, what is this? The weight? Look, weight. Taking a closer look, you see that it's not a weight, but rather a small capsule. You open the capsule and pull out a small map. The directions to your disguise. Okay. So I walk up one screen. All right, and then, so I go up behind the rock, and then look around here. Looking around this dilapidated structure, the only thing you see is an old wooden crate in the corner. Wow. You open the crate and see clothing. Well, you reach into the crate, pick up the clothes, and change into them. You wisely drop the fish and the map, so they don't keep you away. Oh, look at this. Alright. Now that we've stealthily evaded that guy, okay, we want to go this way. North. And then west. And then... who's this? Well, what do we say to people when we meet them here? We say, Iceman. You blurt out the codename Iceman, and she surprises you by responding in English. Hello, John. She greets you. A long way from Tahiti. Well, mercy, mercy. Stacy says, I'm happy to see the mission is a success so far, John. I wish you luck on the remainder of it. Okay. Isn't there like a map? There's like a map for me to get, right? Stacy hands a map to you and the key to her apartment. Oh. She also gives you a phony ID. She then says, find your way to the apartment and I'll meet you there later. I'm going to make contact with the USS Saratoga and let them know we're on schedule, she continues. Another thing, she adds, there are things in the apartment for you. You can find them in the kitchen. So here, I look at the map and it tells me the way to go, the directions to Stacy's apartment. Alright. Now that I've committed those to memory, to keep your cover intact, you hand the map back to the agent. I know what I'm doing. Alright. And now we go this way. This way. Incognito. Alright. Looking like I fit in. Alright. Yep. Nothing strange here. Just a normal looking guy. Alright. And here's her apartment. Cool. It's a one-room apartment with a small kitchen. A window overlooks the street behind the apartment. Alright. Oh, the 3 canisters are labeled sugar, flour, and coffee. You lift a small canister from the counter. Alright. You open the small canister containing coffee. Making a mess, you search through the coffee but find nothing. Alright. Let's get the medium canister. You lift a medium-sized canister from the counter. You notice I'm getting points for doing this, even though it's worthless. You open the medium-sized canister containing flour. Making a mess, you search for the flour but find nothing. Alright. Thanks for the follow, Baki Joe. And as well as anybody else that I've missed this whole time. I think there has been a couple that... Thanks for the follows and subs and all that. I appreciate it. Alright, you lift a large canister from the counter. You immediately notice that it seems to be bottom heavy. Wow, you open the large canister containing sugar. Give me some sugar, baby. Making a mess, you search for the sugar, and the canister seems to have a false bottom. I'm pretty sure that it already told me that. You pour out the sugar and see that the canister seems to have a false bottom. Oh my god. Remove bottom. Remove the false bottom to reveal foam rubber underneath. You remove the foam rubber and bingo! Concealed at the bottom of the canister between 2 pieces of foam rubber is the weapon. You don't see that? Okay, well, get weapon. Carefully, you remove the weapon. Great. What else we got here? It appears to be an old Frost Queen icebox. The apartment door? No. See, like, I don't know how you're supposed to know this, but that's a piece of tape on the fridge. A handy roll of duct tape. So we get the tape. I don't actually know how you know that. You pick up the tape. Roll of duct tape. Okay. Great. We open the fridge. And, let's see, what do we got here? In the icebox, you see various perishable food items that don't hold your interest. You also see a ketchup bottle, some milk, a butter dish, and a block of cheese. Not very well stocked, you'd think. We're gonna just drink all our milk. We're gonna eat the cheese. Loving cheese as much as you do, you eat the entire block. Get the butter dish. Oh, well, what's up with this dish? You see nothing special. You remove the lid, and inside you discover a plastic bag that appears to contain a folded piece of paper. You get the plastic bag and remove the folded piece of paper. At the same time, you return the butter dish to the icebox. After studying the note thoroughly, you conclude that a catering business by the name of Baghdad's Fast Foods Makes a twice daily delivery to the compound. And you further note that both deliveries are at the same time each day. Stacy's log file also reveals that one of the two guards will search the caterer prior to entry. The guard then always accompanies the caterer inside. Well. Here, let's eat the ketchup. Come on, you can't be that hungry. Okay. Okay. A business card for Baghdad's fast food catering service. Alright. You remove the business card from the wall. And a business card for Baghdad's fast food catering service. Another phone number has been written on it. Okay, cool. So there's a delivery van. They're gonna have some food delivered. Alright. Ooh, look at me. I'm stealthy. So let's see. We have this note. We have the business card. What does the note say? Oh, yeah. Right. Well, we're going to use the phone. And it's going to be... That's the number that's on the business card. The voice on the other end says, "This is Basil. Speak your business." Or Bazal. I don't know how to pronounce it. I probably butchered it. Sorry. You explain to the man on the other end that a new caterer will be making the delivery to the compound. Click. Did you hang up? No, I just said click. And then, I don't know how I know this number. You know what? No, I think this is the other number in my notebook. After a couple of rings, the voice on the other end says, "Baghdad's fast food catering service, can I help you?" Maybe it's not. No, I don't know. How do I know that number? Or, like, I just have a list of, here's the number to call. You place an order and leave your phony name along with the address of the apartment. The caterer thanks you for the order and hangs the phone up. Click. Did you hang up? No, I just said click. So wait, that was the... Oh, no, both numbers are on there. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, that's how I know. Wasn't there like a second number in my notebook? I forget. Like the one from the beginning of the game. After anxiously awaiting the caterer, you hear footsteps outside the apartment door. Well. You then hear a loud knock at the door. Okay, let me just go and stare at the wall. Alright, you open the door and let the caterer inside. Here's your order, he says. Hot and ready to eat. After putting the food on the counter, the caterer says, "That will be $15, please." Freeze, you command. Get it? Because I'm Iceman. Nervously, the caterer puts his hands over his head and says, "Please show mercy. I only have $50. This is not a robbery, you say. What I need is your caterer's uniform. I must ask you to remove the uniform," you continue. "What now?" he asks. Well, I wonder if you can just... You almost use a weapon to subdue the caterer, decide to save your limited ammo for the compound guards. Okay. Did I lose points for that? No. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna just tie him up. You securely bind the hands and feet of the caterer. You then tape his mouth to prevent his yelling for help. And now, haha, you don the caterer's clothes as a disguise. Cool. Look at that. Ice Ice Baby. Now I gotta wait for my contact here. Then Stacy enters the room and says, "Did you find the weapon in my notes?" Well, yes. I mean, you could have just told me they were there since you're here now. "We must work fast," urges the agent. "I just received word the ambassador is going to be moved." Uh-oh. "I have to leave now," she says. "I must contact my superior and arrange for the helicopter." Great. She advises you to take the caterer's van and begin the rescue. Just before walking out, she says, "Don't forget to conceal the weapon." Well. Okay, I'd like to go out the door, please. Thank you. Alright. Nothing weird here. Nope, that guy doesn't realize I'm a different person. Alright. You hide the weapon in the food. You pick up the food with a hidden weapon. Now you open the door of the van and step out. Alright. Or am I the only person in the van? Oh, I thought there was a second guy. The guard speaks to you and insists. Your name. Shlinka Abdul, you reply. And yeah, why are you white? That'd be a good question for these guys to ask. It's a little weird. Okay, Abdul, he says. Bring the food inside. Alright. After entering the room, the second guard stands near the seated ambassador. You start to perspire as you think to yourself, I'm gonna have to move fast for sure. Alright, here we go. You carefully place the food on the table. You'll have to remove the... Oh. Whoops. Alright. Look at that. It's just a gun. There's no food there. That's just a gun. I'm serving you a piping hot gun. Quickly, you grab the gun and point it at the nearest guard. Oh. Look at that. Johnny Westland, baby. You fire a second tranquilizer dart at the remaining guard. The fast-acting drug takes effect as he clutches his chest and slumps to the floor. Alright. Let me just do this weird little dance first. You call me ambassador as you explain to him your identity. Oh my god, man, you don't know how happy I am to see you. He continues, I was beginning to think this day would never come. Truly, he says, you are a real American hero. Yes, my name's Joe, sir. G.I. Joe. Even unconscious, he looks pretty tough. You notice he's wearing a ring with a KGB symbol. So you think our friends the Russians are in on this. Oh. The ambassador says I'll be so glad to see my family again. Yeah, shut up. Whoops. Alright. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here, can I remove clothes here? Oh, no, I guess not. Alright, we better get out of here quick, you urge the ambassador. Alright, let's go. Hey, one of these guys had a beard in the last screen, now they don't. Halt, the guard screams. I shall now kill you both, the guard shouts, because that's what happens when somebody's gonna kill you, they announce it first. But then, oh, look at that, bam! Oh! The agent reacts just in time, saving the lives of both you and the ambassador. Look at that, she just showed up. Look at this hot espionage action. Stacy! You shout. What did I ever do without you? That's a good screen, too. I don't know why he's yelling like that. He suddenly developed some sort of indoor voice problem. Alright, now we're off to guess what? To another minigame. Alright. Oh, we're gonna skip that. After landing aboard the aircraft carrier USS Saratoga, you attend a mandatory debriefing with the captain and his staff, where you learn the following. Commander Westland, United States intelligence confirmed that the terrorist group guilty of the abduction of Ambassador Lloyd was in fact infiltrated by the Russian KGB. Further, the KGB instigated the abduction, knowing the incident would strain relations between the United States and Tunisia. The underlying motive being that Tunisia would finally sever relations with the United States and halt the oil trade. Had the incident been successful, the effect would have left the USSR manipulating the bulk of the world's highest grade crude oil. This, my friend, would have had definite negative impact on the economy of the United States. The success of your mission, Commander Westland, has turned the tables on the KGB effort, and more important, will expose to the world their devious methods of operation. And something, because I skipped it, and now Commander Westland above us on the flight deck of the Saratoga, special award ceremony awaits you. The presentation is about to begin as you listen to the band play Anchors Away. You wait with anticipation as the band continues to play. Your heart rate increases as the surrounding excitement pumps adrenaline into your blood. America! You hear someone shout, the military commander, attention! With military discipline, you come to attention with the rest of the ranks. You return the salute of the Rear Admiral and he speaks. Commander Job Westland, because of your courageous effort, this mission has been a complete success. Great. The skills you so expertly demonstrated with taking emergency command of the USS Blackhawk earned you the coveted Gold Dolphins. Is that a real thing? I don't know. Is that like a real military thing? I assume it is. Further, with great pride and honor, it is a pleasure to present you the Naval Distinguished Service Medal. The Rear Admiral salutes. You salute him back so hard that your hand goes through your head because you love America that much. You proudly return the military salute. In closing, the Rear Admiral says, Washington has ordered a field-generated promotion to the rank of captain. Congratulations, Captain Westland. It's true love for sure as our hero tenderly kisses Stacy out of nowhere. What a dumb ending. And here's Top Gun flying overhead. Alright. And that's that. That's Codename Iceman. What a stupid game. And yeah, the score was only 239 because I skipped the mini game at the end. There was an iceberg dodging sequence with the sub that I didn't get full points on, and I used that magnetic device to go through the magnetic field instead of doing all the nonsense that I would have had to do underwater with the flares to get by there. So I missed a bunch of points, but I don't care because this game's bad. So, yep. So that, my friends, is Codename Iceman. That game's bad. So, this game, let me show you something here. This game was going to have a sequel, right? This game, there are a couple of spots here in the catalog, right here in the Sierra catalogs. Here, newsflash, stay tuned for a new chapter in the thrilling Codename Iceman series. More espionage plots, more nuclear submarine adventures, and more authentic military intelligence charts are on their way. Designer Jim Walls has exciting plans for the Iceman series. Watch for every breathtaking installment. It's an explosive revolution in computer gaming that will be coming soon. And this was their 1991 catalog. Okay? And here we have the winter 1992 issue of Interaction magazine, Sierra's. They're like in-house. They're kind of sort of Nintendo Power, if you will. And here, this says, Codename Phoenix, still in the formative stages. This new spy thriller has a target release date of late spring 1992, apparent, or I guess that would be either spring 1992 or spring 1993, depending on, I don't know if this is winter, end of 92 or beginning of 92. The game will feature lots of international locations and a photorealistic, high-style comic book look. Okay, so those are the two, Iceman 2, Fireman, yeah. Yeah, but this was what was planned, was a Codename Phoenix. What do I have here? Oh, this is just like an ad from the 1989 edition of Sierra's magazine. It was just an ad for the game. But yeah, they planned a sequel, but it never came about because at this point, Jim Walls kind of had one foot out the door already, and Police Quest 3 was the last game that he worked on. I think he was gone from Sierra before it ever shipped. But that's a story for a future episode. That'll be a good story for the Police Quest 3 episode. But it seems like he started out writing an action movie that ended up writing a car manual instead. That's pretty accurate, Rodbot. Yeah, I mean it's the only thing I can surmise is that Jim Walls was just like a big Tom Clancy fan. That's it. That's the only explanation. I don't really know what. Yeah, like I said, I just don't know how this game came about. It's bad. It's stupid. It's the worst. If I were making like a Sierra tier list, this would be at the very bottom of the games I've played so far. It would be in its own like Codename Iceman sub F tier. This game's terrible. As you saw, half the game's in the manual. Like it's just not good. And it's no wonder, yeah, I guess that. I mean, it was so bad that even Sierra didn't make a sequel, and they made franchises out of just about everything in this era, out of literally everything else, except for Gold Rush, which got a sequel years later. But there was just never any follow up because this game was so bad. So that's Codename Iceman. That's it. That's it for this episode. I'm going to be back next week. We're going to do Conquest of Camelot, The Search for the Grail, which is a very interesting game. You'll be hearing more about that next week, but it's all about King Arthur, and I'm excited for that one. I haven't played that one in a while, but I remember really liking it last time I did. But yeah, that'll be the next episode. Hopefully no more breaks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And hopefully you'll be back for more. If you like this episode, of course, there's more videos here on Twitch or on YouTube, wherever you're watching it. You can, of course, catch me live. All you YouTube watchers can catch me live Saturdays at 3:30 p.m. Pacific on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/geekboxing. Subscribe to both channels. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really helps. You can use my links to my tip jars down below if you want to contribute to my continuing existence fund. I've got links to Patreon and Stream Elements, so I appreciate all the support. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will be back next week with Conquest of Camelot. Thank you, and goodbye.